To buy Madden 22 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet with quick delivery, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing by far the most popular and most glitchy pack in Madden 22. Now the goal of this video is to determine whether or not this pack and this method can truly make you coins on a consistent basis, because if we do these tests and we look at these numbers and the results come back to be positive, well then there's truly no limit as to how many coins you can make by doing this. And fellas, I apologize, my mother is absolutely blasting some Katy Perry upstairs. If you hear it in the video, I'm sorry. And of course, before we get into the video, we gotta give away some free stuff. So what we're gonna be doing is we are rolling the second to last Swiftuka giveaway of the year, and the winner of today's gift is gonna be Jason Swogfager. I'm not really so sure how to say that name, but he is gonna be taking home gift number 6. Now gift number 6, as you guys can see on the screen right here, is a custom PS4 or Xbox Skin It remote. As you guys can see, I'm rocking with Swift on my remote right here. What I'm gonna do is get you a custom remote for Xbox or PS4, so message me on Instagram or message me on Twitter to claim your gift. And hey, if you want to win in tomorrow's video, all you gotta do is drop a like down below. That takes you 1 second. Number 2, you gotta be subbed to the channel, and number 3, comment down below. I guess number 9, that's the only gift we got left, so comment that down below. You can win that in tomorrow's video, and that is basically it for Swiftuka. Thank you guys a ton for the support in this series. It has been an absolute banger, and I can't thank you enough. All right, now let's get into this video and let's get into this method, which I would say basically every single person in the community seems to be trying right now. Now, essentially what people are doing is they are either getting training or they're getting snowflakes, and they're rolling one of these two packs right here, the 78 plus pack or the 85 plus overall zero chill player pack. And basically the way this method and this tactic works is you re-roll every single thing you get other than LTD players. As you guys can see, I've been doing this method a little bit. I'm chilling with 2 Derrick Henrys right here, and I would say that I'm definitely in the profit by probably about 250k by doing this so far. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the exact steps you want to follow to try and get LTD players and maximize your coins while doing this method. And at the same time, while we go through and open up these packs, I do have a lot of data to show you guys that is going to prove this method is looking pretty solid. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on over to the quality 94 to 95. We're going to go down by the program goes to Madden, and really to do this roll, I strongly recommend you do get a lot of snow to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and snipe a 95 overall player at a price of roughly 300k. As you guys can see, Devin Hester at 301, if that is still available, I will most certainly be taking it. Devin Hester at 300k, I will take that. That is perfect when it comes to getting snow. And again, what I recommend is you want to do this in volume. It's not really going to work if you go ahead and get like a 91 overall snow player or a 93 overall snow player. I personally recommend that you try this in relatively large volume. So starting off with 300k is definitely a good number in my opinion. And honestly, starting with 300k works out really nicely when it comes to comparing these numbers to the numbers you're going to be getting from your pulls. Alrighty, so now that you got the 95 overall player, what we're going to do is we are going to quick sell this card, and we are going to get a ton of snow, boys. We're getting 250k snow. It is ridiculous how much you get from a 95. And basically what we're going to try and do is the goal of this method is you're trying to get 1 LTD player per 95 overall you quick sell, because if you get an LTD, that's going to be profit. If you get 2 LTDs, that is going to be a ton of profit. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and pull some out of this pack right here. But before we do that, I have heard rumors from some people in the community that if you back out of Ultimate Team and you go on into like Superstar KO, you go on into the yard, and then you back out of that and go back into Mud and start your rerolls, for some reason I've heard of them getting juiced. I actually tried this, and the first pack I opened up, I got a Derrick Henry. It was insane. So we're going to try and do that right here. We're going into Superstar KO. For some reason, it's not letting me go into KO. We're going to back out right here. We're going to go back into Ultimate Team, and whatever I'll do, whenever my rolls are kind of cold, if I'm getting a lot of 85s, maybe like 3 85s and an 87 back to back to back, what I'll do is I'll back out of Madden, I'll go into KO, I'll go into a mode like that, and then I'll come back into here and start rolling. Now, I know I sound like an absolute lunatic saying that, but let's get after it, boys. Essentially what we're doing is we are quick selling every single thing we pull out of the 85 plus pack other than an LTD player. So first pack right here, we're going to be getting a 91 CJ Ham. That is really nice to start it off. Essentially what you're looking for is really anything better than an 85. An 85 overall player, that kind of sucks, but really anything higher than that is solid when it comes to quick selling your cards for snow. So what you're going to do is every single pull you get, you quick sell. It is as simple as that, boys. And essentially what you're hoping for is you're hoping for LTDs. LTDs you're going to save. So Derrick Henry, Isaiah Simmons, you're going to save those 2 players. Otherwise, we are quick selling everything. And I think it's also very, very important that we talk about the numbers to this method while we go through here and pull these packs. I'm going to pull them in the background. Again, just doing the method, quick selling everything. I would say that for 300k snow or 250k snow like we've got right now, it's typically going to take you maybe like 15 minutes to go through all of it. So we do have a lot of time to talk about the numbers to this method in the background right here. And so far, not so good. But as you guys will see on the screen right here, this is what I want to show you. It is basically a spreadsheet that has been tracking every single pull that people have been getting in their packs. As you guys will see, there's 436 rolls that have been sampled in here so far. I believe he's actually gone through and sampled even more than this. I think his total data is up to close to like 2,000 rolls of the 85 plus pack, and here are the numbers. Let me interpret them for you. All right, so the first key number we're looking at is LTD pulls. As you guys can see, out of the 436 rolls, he has pulled an LTD roughly 2.52% of the time. And looking at some of the more advanced data, so the data when he had 1,700 rolls, that number, it stayed roughly around 2%. So we can kind of assume that that's true. You're going to pull an LTD roughly 2% of the time, and that's going to mean you're getting an LTD roughly 1 in every 50 packs. So now that we know you're getting an LTD player in roughly 1 of every 50 packs, what we can do is we can use that number in the bottom right corner, the amount of snow that you're losing technically per roll, to see how much snow you're basically going to spend before you get an LTD player. As you guys will see, that number in the bottom right corner is negative 1,330, and I believe when looking at the even larger sample size, that number has gone up to roughly 2,000, and it's kind of stayed around there. So the number of 2,000 feels relatively accurate, and essentially what that means is you're going to lose 2,000 snow on roughly 49 rerolls before you then get your LTD on the 50th roll. Just for the sake of using those numbers as an example, that's kind of how the data is going to demonstrate the rerolls work. And just taking a look at that data right there, when we use the number of 49, which is kind of like our number that you're likely going to have to do before you get an LTD, and we multiply that by the 2,000 snowflakes you're losing on average each time, that technically means that on average you're going to lose roughly 100,000 snowflakes before you get an LTD. Of course, when you pull the LTD pack, you are going to be losing 20k snow as well, because when you open up the pack, as you guys can see, it costs you 22k snow. So using these numbers, on average, it feels like roughly you're going to lose about 150k snow before you get an LTD. Now, if those numbers hold true, and those numbers are true in your guys' samples, you are going to make ridiculous profit. Essentially, what that means is it essentially means you're spending 150k snow to get Derrick Henry right here. Now, as we take a look at the snow per coins ratio, that's about a 1-to-1 ratio, maybe a little bit more than a 1-to-1 ratio. What that's going to mean is your 150k snow is worth roughly like 200k coins. Let's just be a little overzealous. Let's say it's worth 200k. Realistically, it's probably only worth like 175k, which essentially means you're spending 175k, you're spending about 200k in value to get one LTD player that's going for like 300k. And that would essentially mean that for every single LTD player you get, you should be profiting about 100,000 coins, which is pretty ridiculous if true. If this data does hold true and you're able to get pulls at the same rate as he's getting right here, you will be making a crazy amount of coins off. Now, obviously, it's not guaranteed you're going to be getting an LTD player exactly 1 in every 50 rolls. Obviously, the data is going to fluctuate a bit, but using these numbers right here, it seems like if you roll in a big enough sample size, you should be profiting. Now, the second thing we got to do is we actually got to test it. That's what we're doing live in the video right here. We are opening up a ton of these packs in the background. Ideally, what I'm looking for is I'm hoping for at least 1 LTD. If I get 1 LTD, I'll be super satisfied with this roll right here, because in my opinion, if I get a Derrick Henry or I get an Isaiah Simmons, I'm really thinking those cards are probably going to go up in price tomorrow. They're not in packs at all tomorrow. I'm thinking they could start going up in price to maybe like 400k, maybe even a little bit more than that, which would mean we are making a ton of profit on this, because if you remember, you're spending roughly 300k to do a roll. If you get 1 LTD per roll and those cards end up selling for like 400k in a couple of days, then you are going to be making a ton of profit off of this, guys. Now, I'm not positive those players are going to go up in price, but I am thinking they probably should. And if you're watching this video, maybe the day after I posted, there's going to be Ricky Williams as well as Marlon Humphrey coming into the packs right there. So either way, those two players should work. And what you can actually do, if you're watching this later, you kind of have a bit of advantage, because you will see whether Derrick Henry and the Isaiah Simmons card are going up. If they go up, then what I recommend you do is hold your Marlon Humphreys, hold your Ricky Williams. If they don't go up, then you can sell them off when you pull them. And of course, that's just if you're watching this video a little bit later. So what we did right there is we did the refresh thing to hopefully be able to refresh our pack odds. I don't know if it's true, but I've seen it actually work, and I tried it, and the first time I did it, I pulled a Derrick Henry. It was ridiculous right here. So let's see what we can do going back into our rerolls right here. Pack number 1 after the refresh thing, we get a 91, man. All I'm going to say is when I do the refresh thing, it seems like I get solid pulls. Now, the refresh thing that I'm referring to is back out of Ultimate Team, go into a different mode, come back into Ultimate Team. For some reason, that seems to work decent for me. As you guys can see, we have rolled roughly a third of our snowflakes. I don't know how many packs we've done. I would say we probably opened this up maybe like 20 times. So getting close to that number of 50. And again, when you get up to 50, that's when you kind of want to start seeing an LTD player. Of course, if you get one before that, that's perfect as well, because you don't know whether it's going to come in the first roll out of 50, the third pack out of 50, the 50th pack out of 50. You don't know, but you should be getting one roughly 1 in every 50 packs based on the data right here. So let's see how we can do, fellas. If we don't get an LTD in this reroll, that is gonna suck. If you don't get an LTD, that is the major risk of doing it. There we go, with a 93 overall player. That is perfect. We are gonna replenish our snow back up to the maximum, and the great great thing about getting a 93 is think about all the packs we just rolled. We just rolled so many packs without getting an LTD. The odds are that we should be getting one sooner or later, and we just got a 93 that's going to replenish our snowflakes and get us back up to basically what we started. So that's a W right there. And again, it is very important that you guys know this is an extremely risky method. This is not guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed about making coins off of this. There's nothing guaranteed about getting LTDs off of this. But what I will say is it seems like a lot of people that are trying this, they're hitting. They're doing really well based on what I've heard on Twitter. I've done decently well for myself with the fact that I've been able to get 2 LTDs so far out of this pack, and we are hunting for number 3 in this pack right here. I'm honestly pretty confident that the cards are going to go up in price. I'm thinking they should go up to like 400k, which would essentially mean that for each reroll, even if you just get one of them in 250k snow, you're spending like 300k on those snowflakes, and you get a card that in my opinion should probably be selling for like 400k in the next couple of days. So that's a W right there, even if you just get one LTD. As you guys can see, we are getting decent pulls. We're down to 200k snow, still rolling right here, no LTD in sight. If you get 2 LTDs in one reroll, then you're going crazy. You're making like 300k right there. As you guys can see, I'm an 85 overall pull. Our snowflakes, they're not going down that quickly. Still at 200k. I'm very satisfied with that right here. I would say this roll has been solid other than getting LTDs. Of course, we haven't gotten any of those so far, but otherwise, I would say it's been relatively solid right here. And again, like I was saying, if it starts to cool off with some 85s, I'll back out of Madden. So we just got 2 in a row right there. Are they going to make it 3? They don't make it 3 for us right there. So no need to back out, back up to 200k snow. And while we're doing these rerolls, can we talk about Ian Book, man? I feel bad for the guy. I feel terrible for the guy. We were starting like our 7th string offensive lineman yesterday. It was ridiculous. Did you guys see that? I think it was like our 7th string offensive lineman. He got injured. They put in the 8th string offensive lineman. We're out like 51 different starters so far this year. It has been ridiculous. The amount of injuries we've dealt with this season, all the COVID stuff, pretty crazy what the Saints have been able to overcome, but I think that might be it for us. I'm kind of hoping we lose the next 2 games, get a solid draft pick. As you guys can see, our rolls in the background have been solid right here. One thing I'm curious about, what I want you to comment down below in the comment section is comment your favorite player who's not on your favorite team. I tweeted that out on Twitter today, and I was very interested to see the responses. It seems like the majority of the people were saying Lamar, they were saying Herbie, and they were saying J-Jets. In my opinion, I would say my favorite player not on the Saints has to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, he absolutely kills us every single time we play them. Like, I swear to God, we've played him twice, and every single time he has a massive game. But either way, I'm still a big fan of the guy. Let me know your favorite player not on your favorite team down below in the comment section. Curious what you got to say. Hey, there we go. Literally the pack after. It's Derrick Henry in literally the pack after. There we go, boys. 96 Derrick Henry. You love to see it. The roll is saved. The roll is going to be profitable in my opinion. As you guys can see, we still have 58k snow. What you can do, here are kind of your 2 options after you get an LTD. You kind of have 2 options. Now, option number 1, and what I would say I usually do is I usually just go in and just continue rolling the snow to see if we can get lucky, to see if we can get something else. Option number 2, what you guys can do is maybe you have like 150k snow left. What you could do is you could come in here, you could profit, you can take your coins, and you can open up one of these 2 packs in here, one of the 93s or the 92 pluses, and just sell whatever you get right there and take your profit. Because as you guys can see, Derrick Henry, in my opinion, I think he's going to go up in the next couple of days, and I think that even though we only get 1 LTD in this roll, most likely we got 58k training left, most likely we don't get another one. I think this card probably goes up to like 375 to maybe even like 400k in the next couple of days, and hopefully that's going to make us some profit once he goes out of packs. As you guys know, we basically just dropped roughly like 300k, maybe a little bit less than that to get the card, probably like 250k in coin value, because we do still have some snowflakes left right here. Let's see what we can do in our final few snowflakes. I don't know if we're going to end it off with another LTD. If we do, that'd be crazy, but I'll see you guys once I'm done with the snow. Hopefully we get some more solid pulls. There we go. A 91 Jack Fox. We're looking pretty solid right here. Maybe we can get another one. That'd be pretty crazy if we can. It's a very big W roll. There we go. LTD number 2 in this roll. Another Derrick Henry. All right, we are cooking, fellas. That is 2 LTDs in this roll. Let's go, bro. Let's go. We are up a ton now. We are up a killing on this one. 2 LTDs and 1 reroll. This pack might be glitched, bro. This method might be glitched. All I'm going to say is I literally backed out. I wanted the Superstar KO, and I want to say that was my 2nd pack after backing out and doing the refresh thing, so that might work as well. That is 2 LTDs in this roll. Let's let's go. We are up a ton of coins on this one. You'll love to see it. Can we make it 3? Can we make it 3 in this pack right here? I don't know if we're going to be able to, but we've been getting some good luck as well. I pulled some other 91s before, and of course, this is going to be an 85. Yeah, it's going to be an 85. I knew it. But yeah, let's see if we can get one more, boys. Let's see if we can get one more here. I'll cut again to whether I can get another one. I think I'm probably not going to. I think this might be the end of it right here, but we'll see if we can maybe end it off with some more luck, and I'll see you guys whether I'm at 0 snow or whether we get one more LTD. If we get one more LTD, that's going to be crazy. As we get a 93, that replenishes like all of the snowflakes, and we're back up to 138k. Could we make it 3 LTDs in one roll? We would be up 600k if that's the case, which is insane, boys. This pack right here, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. It is juiced right now for me. I would recommend you try it if you have the coins. If you have extra coins and you got stuff to spend, it's not a bad idea. As you guys can see right here, what I could do is I could literally open this pack up right here, the 93. I could just take my coins as well. But we're going to keep rolling. We're going to see if we can get another one. I don't know if we're going to be able to. If we can, though, it would be crazy. I'll see you guys again if I get another one in this roll and make it like 3 in 1, which would be crazy. Well, there we go. We're down to 18,000 snowflakes. We ended off with 2 LTDs. Based on how the odds are, you honestly should be getting at least 1 LTD per roll. Sometimes you get 1. Sometimes you get 2. If you get 1, I think you're going to make profit. If you get 2, of course, you are making a ton of profit. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the video. If you want to try this out, I recommend it. If you have like only 300k coins and that's it, it is risky to try out. But if you are chilling at maybe like a mil, maybe 1.5 mil, I honestly think it's worth a try. I would get 195 overall player. I'll roll it right here. We got 496s. We got 2 of them out of 300k, which is pretty crazy. As you guys can see, the card's up for 320. I can see him going up. I'm going to hold him till tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And until next time, fellas, I am out. Have a wonderful day. Peace.